Hi children, are you ready for another interesting lesson? If you are, today we'll be going to learn about how God takes care of us. Okay, so before that, let's join our hands, bow our heads in prayer. Okay, shall we do that? Okay.
Oh Lord, we thank you for all the things you gave us, oh Lord. Lord, thank you for everything you gave us, oh Lord. Thank you for this wonderful Sunday school you gave us, oh Lord. Lord, please will you bless us, oh Lord. Please will you bless our parents. Please will you bless our teachers. Please will you bless our grandparents. Please will you bless our friends, oh Lord. Bless everyone, oh Lord. Oh Lord, please will you help us, O Lord, to pass every class learning about you, O Lord. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. So children, I'll share my screen for this beautiful story that we're going to learn about how God took care of his favorite person, this man called Elijah. Okay? Okay, so for that, I'm going to share my screen. There you go. A God who helps. Okay? Now, long time ago, there was a very wicked king and a very wicked queen. You know what they were called? King Ahab and Queen Jezebel. Okay? They used to worship idols. You know what is an idol? They make shape out of clay and then they just worship them as their god. They believed that those idols were their god and they used to pray to those false gods, not the true God, but all the false gods. And they used to do all wicked things. Who was the wicked king and wicked queen? King Ahab and Queen Jezebel. Okay, now there was one person in their land who used to love God, who used to worship only God. You know who was that? It was Elijah. And you know one specialty about Elijah? Elijah was a prophet. You know who is a prophet? A prophet is a person who gives messages about God. You know, God cannot talk to us, could not talk to every person directly. He used to put prophets so that he can deliver his messages through prophets. So, a prophet is a messenger of God. Now, Elijah was a prophet. Now, Elijah did not like King Ahab and Queen Jezebel worshipping other gods, other false gods, right? Because we worship only our one true God. Now, King Ahab and Queen Jezebel worshipped false gods and they wanted everybody else in their kingdom also to worship false gods. Now, one day, God said, Elijah, you go to King Ahab and Queen Jezebel and tell them that what they are doing is wrong, that you're worshipping false God. If you do not obey my command, you will be punished. You know, Elijah goes to Ahab and Jezebel, and Elijah tells them, see, this is what God is telling you. You should not worship other gods. You should worship one true God, and you should do all good things, whatever he tells you to do. Do you think King Ahab and Jezebel liked what Elijah said? Oh no. They did not like, they got really angry at Elijah. You know what happened? They did not listen to what Elijah told them. And because of that, they got punished. What happened? The whole kingdom was in drought. You know what is drought, children? Is when you don't have enough rains. The whole kingdom did not get any rain. And because of that, there were no crops. They could not eat any food also. So there was no water, there was no food. The whole kingdom got punished because of King Ahab and Queen Jezebel. Didn't God tell them to obey them? Yes. God sent Elijah to tell them that you're doing a wrong thing. Please do something good, otherwise God is going to punish you. But they did not listen to it. When the kingdom was having no rains, King Ahab got angry. He wanted to, the Queen Jezebel also wanted to kill Elijah. And you know what God did? God took care of Elijah. He hid Elijah in a faraway place. They all see that the king and the queen, they wanted to kill Elijah. They said, go after him, kill him. It's because of him we are having this problem now. Kill him. But you know what God did? God helps Elijah. God keeps him safe in a faraway place nearby a brook. A brook is a place where there's water flowing, okay, like a river. And you know who brought him food? Ravens, crows, like a different family of crows. Ravens brought him bread and meat every day. Morning and evening, they used to bring him food, and Elijah used to eat and used to drink from the brook. And after some time, the water in the brook got dried up. There was no rain, right? So the water in the brook got dried up. So then God asked Elijah, Elijah, I would like you to go to this place called Zarephath. Which place, children? Zarephath. So Elijah goes to the place called Zarephath. Now Elijah does not know why God is asking him to go to Zarephath. When he goes to Zarephath, you know what he sees? He sees a woman. She's a widow. A widow is a person who lost her husband. Okay. Now Elijah sees a widow there collecting some sticks. Those days they did not have stove. They used to collect sticks and burn fire out of the sticks and then cook for them. Okay. Now this widow also was collecting some sticks. Now Elijah walks through the town and he sees this widow. Now God told Elijah to go to this widow. Okay. Now Elijah goes to this widow and asks her, can you please give me some water? She said, okay, I'll go get you some water. And as she's going, Elijah said, while you're fetching me some water, can you also get me some bread? Now this woman got sad. Oh dear, we only have a small portion of flour and oil to make one last meal, one last bread. How will I give him? Doesn't he know? Doesn't he realize that this place has no water and everybody is hungry in this place? And then she tells, she doesn't know he was Elijah or the prophet of God. She tells, sir, listen, we only have little flour and little oil to make one last bread for me and my son. After that, we would not have anything to cook and we will die. Now, you know what Elijah tells her? Please do not worry. You go make bread for me with the flour and oil that you have. After you make bread for me, you go and make bread for yourself and your son. Now she said, okay, I'll do as you say. I'm thinking when she was making all this, she would be thinking, what kind of a man is this? How can he tell me to make this? Elijah told her, you do not worry. You go make food for yourself, for me, and then you make for yourself, and you will be blessed with more flour and more oil till the drought lasts, till the famine ends. She got confused. How can he tell that? Because, I wonder how is that going to happen? There is no flour, there is no oil. How can we live? But still, she obeyed Elijah, and then she went and made the bread for Elijah. She went and made the bread for Elijah with her little oil and little flour that was left. Okay, and then she gave it to Elijah. Then she went back, took a peek in the jar. There's more flour. She took a peek in the jug of oil. There was more oil. Now she was so happy. She made some more bread for herself and her son. Each day went by. Every day, when she looked into the jug and the jar, there was more flour and more oil. Now, till the drought ended, till the famine lasted, they had food to eat every day. Only because she obeyed what Elijah said. She could have not obeyed. She could have said, "Oh no, I cannot share what little I have with you." Did she say that? No. She said, "I will share with you because you said, you asked me not to worry. You asked me that I will be provided with food enough for my family till the drought lasted." She believed him and she obeyed him, and as a result, God blessed them with food till the drought lasted. Okay? As long as the drought lasts, you will always have enough oil and flour to make bread for me and for your family. That's what Elijah said, and she obeyed him. Right? And they had more than enough flour and oil till the famine lasted. Every day they had bread to eat. Now, this is what happens, children. Elijah was just doing what God asked him to do, right? And every step of his, who was there to take care of him? God was there to take care of him. Now, children, do not be afraid in any situation that you are. Because as long as you're doing the things that God has asked you to do, He is always there to protect you. He is always there to shield you. Okay? So obey God, obey what He tells you, and you will not have any problems in your life because He is there to take care of you. Right? Like how He took care of Elijah, like how He took care of the widow and her son. God is always the ultimate provider. His divine provision is always there. He will supply with all our needs. Right? Now, for the memory verse of this lesson, for the jar of flour was not used up, and the jug of oil did not run dry. 1 King chapter 17, verses 16. Okay, jar of flour was not used up, was not finished. Was it finished? No, the jar of flour was not used up, and the jug of oil did not run dry. There was always flour, there was always oil, because our God is a very, very good God. Yes, He's a mighty God. Yes, what a mighty God we serve. Coming on to the interesting action song that we have for this week. What a mighty God we serve. What a mighty God we serve. Bow before Him, heaven and earth adore Him. What a mighty God we serve. What a mighty God we serve. What a mighty God we serve. Angels bow before Him, heaven and earth adore Him. What a mighty God we serve. Amen. Oh yeah. Amen. Oh yeah. What a mighty God we serve. What a mighty God we serve. Angels bow before Him, heaven and earth adore Him. What a mighty God we serve. That's it for this lesson. I hope you all understood this lesson. Parents, thank you for all the efforts that you are taking to help them understand each lesson, and thank you all for sending you your lovely memory verse recitations. I'm so happy when I hear all of you all say. I'm so proud of all of you all. Thank you for sending me your lovely colorings. This lesson has very good activities. You have a maze, you have question and answers, lovely activities. It is a very good worksheet that you have in our Samajam book. Please do them. Please send them. Send me your colorings and your memory verses. Till we see next time. Take care. Be safe. Bye.